Are we ready? Positive momentum continues to carry on the Panthers that are hot on a trail for a playoff spot. Only a few more eager competitors left that get in the way of another post-season run. Can the freshman Jase continue his offensive dominance? Can the Panthers show up on top of a three-way tie for fourth place? Or will the Eagles soar above it all? Hello, UNI Panther fans and Rocket League fans alike. Welcome to Week 5 of the PCL East B Division regular season, where your 2-2 University of Northern Iowa Panthers from Cedar Falls, Iowa, will play in a best-of-5 against the 1-3 Benedictine University Lisle from Lisle, Illinois. Thank you for joining us on a picture-perfect Tuesday night. Igneous is in production. My name is Hunter, who is ready for some Rocket League. While these teams are starting to get ready, let's go ahead and have a look at the East B current standings. Like we all kind of are starting to see, the Bearcats, white, finally was handed their first loss in first place. Next to them is going to be RMU, Maryland Terps, UNI rounding out the fourth spot. And we will come back to that as we will go ahead and begin Week 5 of Rocket League for UNI. It is going to be TJ, Bikes, and Jase for the Panthers. And for the Eagles, it's going to be Jenny, Hieroglyphic, and Love Jimmy. I love Jimmy. I love his name too, but already off with a clean kickoff. Jimmy gonna go ahead and miss that, but still gonna get some pressure going here as Jenny just misses with with a lack of full set of boost. Couldn't quite get the follow-up, and we are still scoreless with about 40 seconds done and away already in game one. Jenny misses the shot again. And Jase is going to go ahead and be credited with the save. Now, of course, both of these teams still trying to warm up off the initial kickoff as Jenny is going to go ahead and get that one saved. I noticed that the pace of play has been a whole heck of a lot slower as Hieroglyph going to go ahead and get that one saved. Couple demos coming out from both of these teams, something that we haven't really seen from UNI until very small or very quick clutch moments, kind of when UNI needs it the most, but they're starting off early with demos from both teams. Hieroglyphic with the shot and TJ with the save. And Jimmy with the follow-up. However, UNI's right there to defend it. Jase in the back of the net, able to go ahead and get this one saved as well. UNI so far being very defensive on this very slow-paced Eagles offense. TJ. Go ahead, bump it, pass to Bikes off the top of the ceiling. Follow-up for Jase is no good. That's into the left-hand corner, but follow-up from Bikes from TJ. Nice save from Jimmy. Follow-up shot from Jase is good. And the offensive pressure by the freshman continues into Week 5. Nice little Bikes pass as he'll go ahead and get an assist. And Jase continuing the offensive domination with a goal. Hieroglyphic. Go ahead, try to get something going here on offense. Clean kickoff. The ball is going to be on UNI's side of the field, but Jenny's going to miss that as UNI is going to get the clear. Hieroglyphic. Going to get that one stolen away, and Jase again with a goal. With 2:45 left to play, UNI up by a pair. And that nose down by Hieroglyph is just stolen away. And UNI able to take advantage. Kickoff is clean for UNI. TJ is going to be slide tackle out of the way. Jase able to go ahead, get the bump to clear. Hieroglyphic able to get a save, and Jase trying to nose it in for the corner, can't quite get it in. As Bikes is going to get demoed. A really nice left to right pass play from UNI, as Hieroglyphic will make one miss. And TJ going to go ahead and start the offense for UNI. He'll go ahead, he'll defer to Bikes since he doesn't have a lot of boost. Jenny will take it. Bikes going to get some boost as well. And lots of good passing. What I've noticed so far from both of these teams, and the mechanic skills just on the 1v1s that we've seen from the Eagles have been really good. Would really like to see them utilize that more in more of an up-tempo offense. This will clear out for UNI. Jase pinch it into the right-hand corner. Hammer through from TJ is off the mark. Bikes to pass to Jase. Jase in with the hat trick. Able to go ahead and get this one in, and Bikes again with his second assist. Really nice job from the Panthers here in game one. A trick for Jase. Kickoff gonna be in favor of the Eagles. Big save by TJ. Follow up from Jenny's off the top of the crossbar, and TJ able to go ahead and clear this one out. Missed opportunity there for the Eagles, as this one just misses the left side of the crossbar of the Eagles. And UNI again showing what's up defensively this time. Hieroglyphic, awkward 50. Jase, full set of boost. Tries to wind it out. Left to right, little floater. Hammers it in for Jase, that's 4. And this time, TJ with the assist. Excellent job by Panthers, sharing the ball, giving it to your playmaker. And when the opportunity presents itself, it's right there. 4-0 with 1 minute left to go in game one. Jenny off the kickoff. 50 is in favor of Jenny. And the skunk will no longer be there. 4-1 for UNI. 58 seconds left to play. And UNI is going to need to maintain that pressure. I know they've had issues in the past where they kind of let up on the gas and kind of these what seems to be pretty easy situations. And very quickly we've seen teams bounce back, you know, get a quick 2 goals and have 30 seconds left on the board as TJ tries to get this double back in. It's hit off the mark by Hieroglyphic. UNI gonna go ahead and just gotta settle in their offense. Less than 30 seconds now to play. UNI still with a 3-goal advantage. Jase into the corner. Jenny's gonna pass it to Jimmy. Shot is good for Bikes. Bikes will go ahead, get his first goal of the series. Not the offensive player that we normally see, usually the third man back like we've seen last year. However, he's kind of played in this kind of wing specialist role, getting the assist. But right there, able to go ahead and put his name on a goal. 5-1 UNI. Kickoffs pretty clean. TJ able to get it cleared out, but Hieroglyphic, full set of boosts, gonna go ahead, let time wind down as he will make a defender miss. Ball off the shot. Jenny off the mark as well. And just like that, off of 4 goals from Jase, 50% efficiency from the floor. UNI goes ahead and takes game one. And of course, right there, I mean, 2 saves from TJ, 2 saves from Jase with 4 goals, and a big shout out to Hieroglyphic for the Eagles for this Benedictine University Lisle squad. And you know, maybe that's what you need to do, Jenny with a goal. Maybe you just got to be more up-tempo. You're kind of letting UNI be more relaxed. And that could potentially be your issue. As we go ahead and are in between games, go ahead, do ! merch. That'll take you to our Guardian Pro line where we have t-shirts, hoodies, and fully customizable jerseys for the half price of a professional jersey. You can get it for the gamer in your life as the holidays are coming around. And just with that, we will have a substitution in. Little Bean will be coming in for the Eagles. It'll be interesting to see how that's going to shape up as Jose is going to go ahead and get a save. And gonna see how, you know, this chemistry is gonna change with I Love Jimmy. Gonna change it up if we're the Eagles. Double back for Jose is good, and he keeps on rolling with the punches here in game 2. UNI up 1 goal. Just a little nose down in from the left part of the ceiling, able to get this one in. UNI leads it 1-0, 4:30 left to play in game 2. Kickoff's clean. Little Bean will go ahead, pinch it in left-hand side. TJ's going to go ahead, pinch it out, work it to the right-hand side of the Eagles' territory. Hieroglyphic passes to Jenny, and it's going to be a 1v1 with TJ. Double back for Jenny is good, and we're tied. 4:05 left to play in game 2. Really nice setup shot here. Again, this is the situation that UNI finds themselves in. A low-stakes situation, kind of eases up on the gas, and it kind of sets up a lot of these unforced errors as TJ was able to miss the defend there. UNI tried to get an answer off kickoff. It's no good, and Hieroglyphic gonna go ahead, put it in Panthers territory with a full set of boost. Pass to Jenny again. Nice save from Bikes. But the offense for the Eagles continues. However, Bikes clears it out. Pass to TJ. Double back. It's intercepted by an Eagles defender. Jenny gonna go ahead. Center of the pitch, has some aerials, gets bumped out of the way, and the follow-up from Hieroglyphic is no good. And this is exactly the type of offense that we need to see this Eagle squad do. They need to double back. Setup is good for Jenny. They set up these prime opportunities, even though they are not very quick-paced. They are setting up really quality shots on goal, forcing UNI out of rotation, kind of playing at a slower pace. And I feel like that's what's really lulling UNI to sleep. 2-1 for the Eagles, their first lead of the series. Goff's clean, 3 minutes left to play. UNI down by a goal. Little Bean with the shot, nice save from Bikes. Typical third man back that we seen last year. Bikes will go ahead, get demoed. Hieroglyphic passes to Little Bean. TJ tries to pinch it out. Bean to steal it away. Bikes to pass to Jose. Lots of good ball motion coming from both of these squads. Hieroglyphic. Aerials tries to nose it in. Pass to Jenny's intercepted by TJ, but Little Bean picks it up. Nice little nose in by Jose, but the pressure still continuing for the Eagles offense. Hieroglyphic. Jose noses it in front of his own goal. Little Bean again applying that pressure, and something that we haven't seen either is this Eagles offense having the majority of possession. Something that we don't typically see either. Little Bean, go ahead, clear it out. Jenny with some aerials. Nice little floater from the ceiling, center of the pitch. Just lulling UNI to sleep. Currently up 3-1. 1:55 left to go in game 2. UNI needs to go back up on tempo offense. They're really forcing a lot of these unforced errors, and the members of UNI who need to be there aren't. And what we've seen in this new rendition of this UNI offense is this one finally gets hammered in for TJ. able to go ahead and this time lull the Eagles to sleep as Jenny, Bean, and Hieroglyphic had a full set of boosts, was just caught out of rotation and a really nice shot off the left wall. Like I was saying, they need to play their up-tempo offense, catch exactly what they did on that last scoring drive, is catch them out of rotation, because it seems like they're just not going fast enough for the Eagles. And TJ, like I was saying, was typically the third man back, what we've seen in this normal rendition of this Panthers offense for this year. Something that we haven't characteristically seen. Typically, we see a clutch TJ moment. I've yet to see that this series. Jose tries to hammer it in, can't quite get it to go as Jenny is going to go ahead and get the save. And now with 1 minute remaining, UNI with a 1-goal deficit. Still leading in the series. I'll say, with the shots no good, Hieroglyphic, and the tempo has definitely increased immensely. Wish we would have saw this earlier. Double back off the top of the crossbar. No one to send it home. And Hieroglyphic off the mark. Unfortunate events as Jenny tries to pinch this out left-hand side. Cleared out by TJ and 30 seconds left to go. UNI still trying to find something happen here on offense. TJ's bikes, double commit, and a good save for the Eagles. Unfortunate situation from UNI. 15 seconds left to play. And at this point, I wonder if your UNI just need to go back to basics. However, TJ makes a defender miss. Bikes with the ball in the air. 4 seconds left. Hieroglyphic with a full set of boosts will look to shoot it down right in front of the goal. And with that, the Eagles will go ahead and take game 2. And I feel like there with Jenny with the hat trick, I feel like UNI could have done a better job with their transitions, with their up-tempo. Really could have done a better job of really giving it to Jose. I see that UNI had 3 total saves to 10 shots on goal, which just shows the lack of efficiency kind of in that defensive part, which really hate to see. But then again, it could have been because Little Bean is subbing in for I Love Jimmy, and Little Bean making their presence known with 2 assists. So something that UNI is going to have to think about going into a game 3. Also, if you want to help support UNI Panther Esports, the organization, go ahead, do ! Donate. That will take you to our Give campus where we are looking to raise $10,000 for new PCs. Any amount helps, so if you can support the organization, your generosity is greatly appreciated. And into game 3, we're tied 1-1 in the series, as so far the tempo has definitely increased from both of these teams. This Hieroglyphic will have to deal with Jose, gets bumped out of the way. First man to the ball will be Jenny. Jenny will get slide tackled out of the way. Bikes to first, pass. Oh, it's just off the mark. Too strong for UNI as Jose makes one member of the Eagles miss. TJ with the follow-up. Hieroglyphic there, able to go ahead and get it clear. Jose with the pinch down. And UNI missed opportunity as Jenny is going to go ahead and get this one scored in, continuing this offensive dominance in the latter half of this series. Of course, a missed save shot there from UNI. And with that, the Eagles draw first in game 3 as TJ tries to set the double back for himself off the kickoff, and it's no good, but here comes the UNI offense. Bikes, double commit. Nice save from the Eagles, and Jase misses the clear. Little Bean, though, will go ahead, start the offense going, but will get demoed, and that's stolen away by TJ. Hieroglyphic tries to defer to Jenny. Ball works left to right of the pitch. TJ, Jenny able to go ahead and get the clear. Awkward 50 off the top of the ceiling. TJ can't quite get the follow-up. Jenny was poised there for a shot. And a nice save to get that follow-up. Kind of been the playmaker here for this Eagles squad. As Jase again with the shots, no good, and that's saved by Hieroglyphic. TJ pitches it right-hand side, tries to set up a waterfall. Opportunity is missed as the ball was still kind of right above that backboard and just couldn't drop for the Panthers. Nice demo comes out on Hieroglyphic from Bikes, but Jenny right there to go ahead and get the save. UNI still scoreless in game 3. Jenny to Bean. Bean misses the nose down as Jase is going to steal it away. Now here come the Panthers on offense, working from the left-hand side. Pass to Jase. Jase back to Bikes. Hieroglyphic going to go ahead, slow the pace down with no boost. TJ slide tackles him out of the way, tries to at least. And with 2 minutes left to play, the ball is just sitting there on the right side of the pitch. It's almost like they don't know what they want to do. The offense is definitely slowed down. That maybe it's just kind of that moment where rotations are coming out, trying to steal some boosts, because neither player had boosts that they were able to work with. Jenny, though, misses the clear, and here comes TJ and the Panthers. TJ tries to set it up. Shot for Bikes off the mark, followed up for TJ. Double back, send it home for Jase is no good. Big save by Bean. And Bikes, though, can't quite get it to go. Jenny able to go ahead, get the save. And UNI trying to make something here, but there's always a third man back lurking for the Eagles. Hieroglyphic gets it pinched off the ceiling. 1 minute remaining. Little Bean gets a nice save and a big clear. Bikes gonna go ahead, get to 50. Back on offense, less than a minute to play. Jase gets that stolen away by Hieroglyphics in the middle of the pass. He'll try and take it coast to coast, but Bike's able to get the save. Hammer through from Jenny's no good. Off the mark there. Bean to follow up. Left-hand side, pass to Hieroglyphics, and that's good in the potential dagger. In game 3, is Hieroglyphics able to go ahead, get this one set up center mass, and a well set up shot by Little Bean. UNI still scoreless in game 3, less than 30 seconds to play, and just uncharacteristic missed opportunities for UNI in this uncharacteristic game 3. Jase has Jenny. Jenny gets the save and the clear, and 10 seconds left to play. The window closing for the Panthers. Set up for TJ. Hieroglyphics right there. And so far, it's been a defensive domination by this Eagles squad. But it's all in the hands of Jenny. As we can see right there, 1 goal and 6 saves. That's 10 saves again for the Eagles this time around on UNI's 13 shots. It always seems like there's someone there, and just because of the pace of play that I'm afraid UNI is currently playing, because UNI is the type of team that matches the pace of offense that you give them. Like if you're making fast rotations, they're going to be quick about it. And where their pressure point is the transition offense defense. Now, UNI is still kind of struggling from that, as it seemed to be the case, as no one was kind of there defensively. Only 2 saves for Bikes, and UNI looking for answers here as we head into a critical Game 4. Panther fans, if you want to stay connected with Panther Esports, just type !socials. You'll get access to all our social medias. Catch game times and scores on X, hang out with players and fans on Discord, or relive your favorite moments through YouTube VODs. Don't miss out and stay up to date with Panther Esports on and off stream. Just type !socials. And with that, we have a connection loss, a timeout, as we are going to potentially be joining back in. Might be issues with the server, as they will go ahead and try and get that figured out. Also, Rocket League fans, if you are looking for your team to take part in this year's Northern Iowa Cup, the only Rocket League tournament in the state of Iowa, whether you're a casual fan teaming up with friends or a competitive college team, show off your skills against some of the best Rocket League teams in the state. Online qualifiers are free to play. Kickoff starts on November 1st using a double elimination bracket. Teams are encouraged to stream their own matches, and the top 6 teams will move on to an in-person final on November 8th at noon in the Mocker Union Gaming Lounge. Finalists will have a $30 venue fee and compete for a $150 grand prize. So steal that boost, score that shot, and be victorious. Registration closes 3 days prior to the first match at midnight. Head to start.gg, search Northern Iowa Cup for more information on bracket fees and venue details. Here we go in a critical Game 4 scenario that UNI finds themselves down 2-1 in the series, as kickoff looked relatively clean. Hammer home from TJ is just off the mark, and UNI gonna need to hand it to their playmakers, to Jase. In the Cybertruck, again, trying to showcase his mechanical prowess in that Cybertruck, something that you don't typically see, as this shot is hammered in for Jase. And a really nice double back setup from Bikes here, as UNI will go ahead and draw first in the first 55 seconds of Game 4. UNI gonna have to maintain that pressure here. Initial kickoff's good for UNI. Jase tries to flip reset, tries to nose it in, but Bean's right there to go ahead and get it saved. Jenny with the clear. They'll go ahead, take it across the coast, left to right, tries to flip reset themselves, nose it in. For Hieroglyphic, wasn't quite ready for the pass, as this setup shop left-hand side moves left to right from the pitch. Jase to Bikes. Setup shot is just off the right side of the goalpost. Another missed opportunity from the Panthers there on that offensive scheme. Bikes gonna go ahead. They'll go ahead, work the left wing. Hieroglyphic, though, tries to pinch it out. TJ with the shot and the goal. Caught the Eagles napping through rotation. And a really nice setup on the left-hand side of the pitch. Way to go from the senior TJ. UNI up 2-0 with 3:10 left to play in Game 4. Initial kickoff, double setup for UNI. Thank you, sir. I'll have another, this time for Bikes. Bikes and Jase able to go ahead and set up that nice initial kickoff, double back off the backboard, give it to your team. I think that's one thing that I really noticed about this specific team this year, is how unselfish they are with the ball. And I just want to commend that team that they're making their passes and they're handing it to their teams. They're not trying to force any solo plays like we've seen past years from other teams. Jase is going to bump Jenny out of the way. Bikes with a full setup boost. Bean to get the clear. And the pinch out for UNI Panther. Double back opportunity for the Eagles is no good. Bike's able to go ahead and get this one cleared. TJ gets demoed out by Jenny. And maybe the offensive momentum shifting. Bean goes ahead and gets the demo on TJ. Hieroglyphic to Bean. Back to Hieroglyphic. Jase to intercept on the clear. Jenny, though, able to use some aerials and try to get this one cleared out. Hieroglyphic back to the clear. Jenny with a full set of boost. Third person back. Able to go ahead and get that one saved. Jase able to go ahead and get this one cleared. And UNI kind of in this interesting three-man defense as a majority of the team is currently in their own territory. TJ, Bikes, tries to set the double back up. Jase from the right-hand side, no good. TJ with the follow-up, doesn't have the boost. Pinch out for Jase, doesn't have the angle, and that's just gonna roll out right to left. As the ball sort of kind of lazily goes in front, tries to set it up for TJ, but the momentum's not there. Hieroglyphic tries to steal it away, gets slide tackled out of the way. Although the Eagles finally get this one cleared out. Bikes defers to TJ. Work the right-hand corner. Doesn't have a lot of boost, but makes one defender miss. Shot for Jase is good! Coming out from the ceiling. And just out of nowhere as TJ kind of got that nice little setup off the backboard. Senior to freshman. 4-0 UNI. 54 seconds left to play in game 4. UNI hoping to go ahead and send this one into an even greater game 5 opportunity. Jase gonna go ahead and get the demo on Hieroglyphic. UNI gonna go ahead, see if they can maintain this momentum going into game 5. And you could really start something here if you get the skunk on the Eagles. Of course, they almost got the skunk in game 1, but missed that opportunity after a late goal from Jenny. Bean. Go ahead, get this one saved, and as time winds down, UNI might be able to skunk as the ball will go ahead and roll around, and UNI will go ahead and take game 4 in very dominating fashion. And of course, right there, Jase with 2 goals, every member with an assist. Of course, that's something that I want to note too from last year. Of course, talking on the team, able to go ahead and facilitate the playmakers on that team of Bikes and TJ. Love to see that tradition continue here with this rendition of this team. An assist apiece, almost a save apiece. Unfortunately, TJ didn't get the save. And Jenny doing their best. 4 saves this time and only 2 shots on goal. So something offensively was not working there for the Eagles. And that's another interesting thing to bring up. We haven't seen a lot of what I would deem, quote unquote, coast to coast goals, goal line to goal line goals from this team. I think maybe we saw it once from TJ as we have another server issue, connection loss. As this one's going to go ahead and hopefully boot up again here quickly. Hopefully we can go ahead and get this game 5 in and an efficient game 5 at that as well. So buckle in, Panther fans and Eagle fans alike, going into an exhilarating game 5. It'll be Bean, Jenny, and Hieroglyphic for the Eagles. UNI, Jenny, or excuse me, UNI will have Jose, TJ, and Bikes. Initial kickoff is clean. Set up though for Jose. He's gonna go ahead, get that one interrupted. Little Bean with a full set of boost off the top of the crossbars, no good, and UNI able to get that one saved. Bikes right there at the last moment. Scramble right at the goal line of UNI. Hieroglyphic. UNI able to go ahead, get this one cleared, but Jenny maintaining that pressure, working the right-hand side with the lazy shot, and it is good. UNI caught out of rotation, and Jenny for the Eagles will draw first. 4:27 left to play in Game 5. Again, UNI cannot be lulled by this slow-paced offense. They have to keep hitting their boost marks. They have to keep playing their quick rotations. They got to set up these quick plays that they're used to doing. Let's get this tied back up. Jenny makes one defender miss. Ike's able to go ahead, get this one saved. TJ passing it over to Jose. Awkward 50 into the corner of the Eagles. Right-hand side. Bikes slide tackling Hieroglyphic out of the way, had some aerials in their back pocket. Finally gets demoed for it. Double commit there from UNI, and Jose finally able to go ahead and get the clear out. Jose, Bikes, TJ to Jose, and still some really good passing. You're just not getting the opportunities that you're maybe hoping for, as some of those bumps just aren't going to lie where you want them to. Something that you got to overcome is Bikes is going to go ahead, get a 50. Jose missed the follow-up, and Bikes misses the follow-up. TJ has to go ahead and nose it into the Eagles' territory. Jenny's right there with the clear. Hieroglyphic with the shot, and a missed opportunity. Could have been an early dagger. Has Jose able to get this one saved. A little defensive prowess here. Pinch out for TJ. No follow-up from the Panthers, and Bean's going to go ahead and get this one cleared out. Bikes was intended for Jose. However, an Eagles player right there to get that one defended. Demolition comes out. Bikes, full set of boost past the Jose. Tries to get the corner shot. Double commit is successful. TJ makes one miss. Working the left-hand side. Follow up for Jose. Awkward pinch out to Bikes. Bean to intercept. And Jose, center of the pitch, makes one miss. And Hieroglyphic right there. I thought UNI had that goal to go, but Hieroglyphic right there, third man back. Able to get that one saved. Less than 2 minutes to play. UNI still down by a goal. UNI trying to make it into the playoffs. They were able to last year. Hopefully keep that tradition going. But you need to win this one for sure. Jenny, go ahead, gets that one deferred off the ceiling. Bikes works it left to right. Double commit, but Jenny just in time, able to go ahead, get this one saved and cleared. Jose makes one miss. Doesn't quite have the momentum to get the angle that he wants, but he steals a full set of boosts from Hieroglyphic. They'll try to nose it in. Awkward 50. Jenny to clear. And a nice slide tackle out of the way for Hieroglyphic. If Bikes wasn't there for a save, that would have been the dagger. 50 off the ceiling. First one to touch is Jose. He's got a full set of boost. He'll work the right-hand corner. Jenny pinching it out. And that's one thing that I've noticed too, is that UNI's kind of chasing the ball kind of back. They're not putting the ball out in front of them, which is also a potential issue. 50s, no good, as that one was kind of just no speed right in front of the Eagles goal. And Jenny Gonna go ahead, get this one cleared out. Less than 30 seconds to play, and UNI looking for their first goal of Game 5. Just playing keep away at this point. Pinches it out, tries to look for the dagger here, set up for Hieroglyphic. Full set of boost, 7 seconds remaining, and UNI. It's been a while for a shot on goal. Ball still up in the air though, as we go ahead into extras. And with the little nose down, the Eagles will go ahead and take Game 5, winning the series 3-2. Just off of a well-placed shot early on by Jenny. And uncharacteristic for UNI to kind of be silent there offensively in a critical moment. So with that, UNI will go ahead and fall 2-3. They will be tied with Howard University and Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute that are both 2-3. Benedictine will improve to 2-3. So we've got 4 teams tied for that 4th place spot. And it takes 4 teams to make it to the playoffs. And after this match up today, UNI only has 2 more teams to play off, or 2 more teams to play against until the playoffs. So every win is critical here, especially with the fight for the 4th spot.